Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and I am back with another new reading for all of you. Before starting with today's reading, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude for your love, support, help, appreciation, encouragement, and obviously your valuable contributions and donations. May God bless you with abundance in all of its beautiful forms. So let's start with today's reading. It looks good. I'd say that above all, it's showing that positivity is what rules over the universe and the world, and that's what you should focus upon. There's a lot going on here. Again, um, it's related. It's related with your spiritual connection, obviously. For those who are in spiritual soul connections, something happened which brought an abrupt ending, and because of that, it looks like at this point of time, both the individuals are feeling as if it's a dead end for them. But the good news is that it's not. Even though you think like that, it's not a dead end for you, because your manifestations, your inner work, and the overall hard work that you are doing to better yourself and your life is going to pay back. And if you're not doing anything as such, you should start with your manifestation by using some really good and reliable manifestation methods. I'm seeing number 22 right now. At this point of time, universe is handling and dealing those individuals who kept your counterpart held back and influenced them into mistreating you, keeping you at arm's length, blocking you out of their life, or simply using and abusing their power over you. There are people, or were, in your counterpart's life who wanted to control them, and at the same time they wanted to use your counterpart as a puppet to make them do certain things which they please, and that's what happened. So at this point of time, universe is dealing with those people. I shouldn't be saying dealing with. Instead of that, I'd say that universe is looking at their karmic accounts and preparing to bring some harsh lessons in their life. They are under judgment, and soon they'll have to face the consequences of what they've done, and if not, it has already started. They've started to receive the consequences of what they've done. Recently, there is a possibility that your counterpart is taking advice from someone, or if not, they are trying to figure things out on their own, and some of them think that they cannot come towards you with just an empty cup and no money in their pockets. So for that reason, they are taking their steps back for a temporary period of time while being patient at the same time to plan out and strategize a way for them to become financially stable at first and then move towards you with a cup of love as well as some financial stability so that they can provide you with all the stability, security, and safety that which is needed to have a committed relationship or propose someone for marriage. If that's not what's happening right now, this is what's coming. This is where your counterpart is going to be at when they'll sit down and think back about what they've done and what they should be doing and how they should plan for their future. If it has not already happened, it will for some in the next couple of weeks, for some months, and for others it may take a year or so because everyone is on a different timeline. So I am making a decision that I am not going to give timelines from now on because that somewhere brings in a desperate energy or energy where people start to wait and then they forget about doing other important things. So I think that's something which is needed, and it would be a great idea that we do not focus on time or timelines because somewhere it brings in tension and worry which is not needed and which is something that we shouldn't be focusing upon. So it's going to be dependent on where your energy is going to be and where their energy is going to be at a certain point of time in the future. But they will realize that you are the one, you are always the one, and you'll always remain the one. I know this doesn't make any sense after what they've put you through and what kind of drastic changes they've brought in, but this is what's going to happen, even if that means this way universe is going to teach them a lesson. If they're going to learn their lessons after losing you, maybe for good or for a temporary period of time depending on each and every one of your personal situations, that's what's going to happen. And obviously free will choices are there, so it's up to you as well as to how you are going to deal with this situation and what kind of choices and decisions you make for your future and in regards to this connection. Okay, that's what's going to happen, and it looks like it'll happen when their ego is going to dissolve down, when they'll stop allowing people's negativity and their ego to add on to their ego. And by that I'm trying to say, when your counterpart is going to stop other people from interfering in their life and triggering their ego, that's when these changes are going to come in this connection. And that's what's going to happen. One way or the other, sooner or later, it will happen. And and it feels like somewhere it will come up as a result or the answer to your prayers for asking better suited situations or circumstances in your life. So whatever happens with these connection, you are suggested and advised not to stop with your manifestations, even if you go general about it, and that's the best way to go about your manifestations. When you go specific, when you try to attract and manifest a specific outcome, at times what happens is that you become fixated on certain type of expectations, and this need to have something in your desired way, and at times it may not be in your best interest. So what happens is that universe turns around situations and circumstances, but because we become so fixated, we do not understand why it's happening, and we start to lose hope. So it's best that you go general about your manifestations and try to attract whatever it is that you want to attract without becoming fixated on one specific thing or person. So if you want to attract a relationship, for say, attract love. Attract what it is that you want. Be clear about your partner's characteristics, attributes, and anything that you'd want or like to manifest, but do not remain fixated that I want my twin only. When you go general, universe is going to make sure that whoever is coming into your life has those attributes and characteristics. And if universe decides that it should be your counterpart, then somehow universe is going to orchestrate things where either your counterpart is going to change, and if they are not willing to, then you'll have to give up on that. You'll have to let go, and then universe is going to present you with something else, something better than that, maybe a new person, someone better. So be open and receptive for anything. You deserve the best. You do not deserve someone who is toxic for you, even though they are your soul counterpart, because everyone has a free will choice, and no matter how much inner work you do, you cannot change the way a person thinks, acts, and behaves. Okay, only that person can do so. If universe gave us the power to make someone act and behave in a way which pleases us, then how this universe work and how our lives would be if others get this power to control our thoughts, behaviors, and actions. We are responsible for what we think, we say, how we act and behave, and it's completely in our control, and we are responsible for that. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say here. So that's what you should keep in mind always. One way or the other, sooner or later, your counterpart is going to realize that they should have chosen you in the past, and if there would be even a percent of a chance left, they're going to start moving in that direction towards you. It will happen. So continue with your manifestations. It will happen once this ego death take place. It looks like it is needed on both of your ends, but in some of your cases it is needed where they have involved other people to interfere, and their own ego is a very big obstacle and a problem for this connection. So that needs to end at first. third party people and their interference. Obviously, no relationship can work when there are more than 3,000 people interfering in that connection, metaphorically speaking. Okay, that's symbolic. That doesn't mean that there are literally are 3,000 people interfering in your connection. Well, yes, on a spiritual level, there could be entities which are trying to, but we shouldn't be focusing upon that. I hope that makes sense to you. Because, I have stated this at several times and I'm going to repeat it. If you have a spiritual connection, it comes with this it comes with negative entities or forces being around you or trying to attack you. But that shouldn't keep you stuck, fearful, or worried, because this is something you should accept, embrace, and then at the same time let go of. You cannot control that. Because you are a being of love and light, you'll attract these things, and somewhere it is natural and organic. That's how universe created everything. So free yourself from focusing upon who's trying to attack you and why there are so many problems. Obviously, you'd have to work hard to release those worries, fears, apprehensions, and whatever it is that is draining you down. But then it can happen once you accept and embrace that fact that, okay, it's because you are here for a purpose, and it's because you're different and you are here to bring positive changes. You are attracting these sort of situations and circumstances in your life, but still you've got the power to change anything that's happening in your life. For some it may be difficult, for others it may be easy, but sooner or later, eventually, you can bring in the changes, because still the manifestation power lies within you, and you are the creator and the manifestator of your world. I hope that's clear now. So this connection has possibly ended because of certain things that are there, which are more about what's good and what's bad according to other people's opinions. There is a possibility that you two come from a different background, culture, ethnicity, or things like that. That's why, because other people did not approve of this connection, it came to an end, and unexpectedly, you felt like your counterpart threw you out of their life. If that's what happened, let me tell you one thing. Whatever the obstacle was or problem was, just like you were kicked out, these obstacles are going to get kicked out of the way through way of divine intervention. So whatever the problem is, don't worry about it. The thing is that you shouldn't be worrying about this connection now, because right now there is this energy of sadness and indulging in illusions where you think that maybe this is where everything ends. For some, yes, this is where things end, and for others, no, this is where things start, because this is the point where the process of destroying and dissolving their ego starts. The process of putting third party people into their places starts. The process of getting the results of your manifestations and positive outcomes starts. So it depends on you actually right now. It's up to you as to what you'd want to manifest or attract in your life. And again, I'm going to repeat, go general about it. It's going to be better for you. And right now I'm seeing number 44. So what's happening right now on your counterpart's end is that they are acting as if they don't care about you, and they are not interested in this reunion or relationship with you, but that's not the case. They are working secretly to come back in your life and dissolve these obstacles and problems. So, the reason why they are acting so sneaky, deceptive, and cunning is because they are dealing with people who deserve to be treated that way. And by that, I'm trying to say they are dealing with third party people and individuals who do not understand the language of love. So, for that reason, they think that it's best to treat them in a way, in a language, or talk to them in a language they understand. So, that's what they are doing right now. So, you may think that it's all ended, but the thing is that for a lot of you, no, things haven't ended yet. And things can never end if you are in a true soul connection. So that's what it is. I hope that makes sense. They are figuring things out and they are juggling a lot of things. That's why they are acting so sneaky and they are hiding, they are keeping secrets, and they are just being in an energy which feels as if they are running away or trying to escape from certain people, places, and situations. And this is one of the reasons why they are more inclined to run away from you right now, because they're handling things and you may not like to hear about the way they are handling things, because it's not the best way, maybe in your perception, and they know about that. So that's why on the surface it looks like that they are either betraying you or are just deceiving you, but the thing is not what you the thing is that what's happening behind the scenes is not what you're thinking or perceiving at this point of time. They're trying to come up with a way to either return back in your life, or there is a possibility that they are trying to show off as if they are not interested and are focused on work, but instead of that they are just trying to find a way to come back in your life. And for that reason, I feel like somewhere they think that if they leave you and focus on their work, they may find some stability, and after that they can return back in your life. So this is one of the possibilities. This is one of the possible reason why things are looking so vague and hazy right now to you. Okay, you are being advised to keep your thoughts and the way you're thinking in check, because it feels to me that somewhere the negative energy is going to affect you, and you are going to feel extremely confused and indecisive, and you may take up on too much negative energy, which is going to make you feel as if you cannot handle anything in your life. So you are suggested to protect yourself, cleanse your energy regularly, have your spiritual protection up. It's a necessity for you right now, because negative energy is going to attack you. It's going to try to bring you down and lower your vibrations altogether. It doesn't want you to remain in high vibrations and focused on love. Instead, it wants you to remain fearful, in dark and dense state where you are struggling to go about your life and do regular things on daily basis. It doesn't want you to do that. It wants you to remain upset, struggling, and things like that. So we won't go into that energy. I've told you, you need to check your thoughts and the way you're thinking. Meditate, focus on the inner work, keep on manifesting what you want, keep your eyes, attention, and focus on the positive side of the situation, even if things look completely hazardous to you right now. But the choice remains with you. as to where you want your energy to lie. Okay, so this is something only you can take control of. So keep a check upon that. Your counterpart is trying to find a way, as I've already stated. You'd have to give them time and space. You'd have to right now focus on your energy, which is going down right now, or it's just that you are being back and forth with being positive and then negative, being negative and then positive. So this is something you'd have to work upon. You do not need to worry what someone else is doing behind closed doors to harm you or hurt you, because no matter how much you focus upon that, that person may still do it. So what you can do is to keep up your protection strong and steady. Focus on what it is that you want to manifest. Cleanse your energy again and again every day, and just become mindful and aware whenever you think that you have started to feel extremely negative, confused, indecisive, and you're taking on unnecessary negative energy which is possibly coming from someone else that you're absorbing. It's not your energy. So keep that in check, because there is a possibility that you may start to feel anxious, upset, nervous, and agitated for absolutely no reason at all. This is someone else's energy, not yours, that you're picking up or are going to pick up. So this is something you need to be careful about. And the moment you feel like that, just shift your energy and let go of indulging or entertaining that negative energy, because there is a death of negative energy happening or will happen in the very near future for this connection to prosper or come back in light. Okay, right now it feels like it's just hanging in time somewhere, not moving anywhere. Well, it is moving, but for you it might look and feel like it's not. So in order to shift your energy, that's what you'd have to do. Okay, there is a possibility that your counterpart is stalking you. As I said, they are not acting in a way you'd like them to at this point of time, but they're stalking you, and soon um, you may see that things have changed or are going to. Okay, they are going to maybe give a hint or something, but you shouldn't be focusing upon that. You should continue to focus upon yourself, and the only time when you should focus upon them or entertain them is when you're seeing solid actions being taken towards you. Okay, effort is what you need to check for. No breadcrumbs allowed, no mixed signals or hints allowed. You shouldn't be entertaining any of that, so keep that in mind. They are stalking you to see how can they reach out or take an action towards you and offer you something or initiate a conversation. So for that reason, they are keeping a check on you or are keeping their eyes on you. They may even be keeping tabs on you, but you shouldn't be giving that any of your energy. Let them do whatever they want to do. Let anyone else do whatever they want to do. You should be focused on what it is that you want to do. Okay, so to wrap up this reading, I'm just going to say that you are attracting help and support to move forward and further on this journey. There is this challenge coming up for you where you'd have to either develop or embrace forgiveness. So this is something which you need to work upon or may have to work upon in the near coming future. It might feel like a challenge, but um, let's just be let's just remain in peace and go with the flow. Try to forgive or develop forgiveness, but don't push yourself, okay? Let it happen naturally. It might take time, but with God's grace, you may end up releasing yourself from those negative emotions or energies, and you will feel free once you reach that state. So it will happen sooner or later when it's meant for you, okay? Don't worry about your health issues. If something is bothering you relating with your health, you will soon find healing with that as well, because there is something better you cannot see yet. It's on the horizon. Once you are in that state of attracting and receiving that positive energy, you'll get that outcome as well. So worry not. If you were thinking that if 1 second, actually it's a yes, okay, it's clear absolute yes. So if you were asking that whether you'll find happiness, joy, or love in your life, yes, absolutely, it's a yes, okay? So take it how it resonates. It's a clear absolute yes, and this connection is still there. It hasn't ended yet. What needs to end is the negative energy, which will end through way of divine intervention in divine right timing. So that's what you need to focus upon. Other than that, there is nothing you should be worrying about. Yes, there is this sadness, and you'd have to work your way through it to come out of it, okay? So that's all. Don't worry. Union is still in the picture. I mean, it's still possible to manifest it if you so want to. Depends upon you. If you do not want to, let it go. That's all. What else can we say? Okay, if it's meant for you, it will come back. If you do not want it, you should just keep on moving forward with your own life. Keep doing what it is that you want or love to do. That's all. So this was the reading. I hope you enjoyed listening to me, and this brought you some sense of clarity and insights. If that's what happened, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to leave don't forget to hit the like button and click on that subscription tab. With that being said, if you'd like to contribute or donate as a token of your love, feel free to do so. I'll accept anything that you wish to offer wholeheartedly, and I'd be delighted to. Okay, so that's all for now. I'll be back again. Till that time, please take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye bye.